Welcome all of you. So this is another video in equation of a line, exercise 14a. Okay, let me start with the ninth question. Here they are saying the point P divides the join of these two lines in this ratio. Does the point P lie on the line? First thing is to find the point P. How will we find the point P? As I have told you earlier that we can find P with the help of section formula. So what we'll do now is 2, 1. This diagram is absolutely essential. Okay, and the point P. This is now 2 is to 3. Okay. So here be very careful. If they wrote point P divides the join of the line and they name this first and then that, then you should also take 2 on the side of 2, 1 and 3 on the side of minus 3, 6. Now we are going to get the point. This is x, y. We are going to get the coordinates of P. So here x is equal to, I am using section formula now, minus 6 plus 6, okay, that is minus 6 plus 6 by 5, that is a 0, okay, and then y is 3 plus 12 by 5, that is a 15 by 5, that is a 3. So this point becomes a 0, 3. Now we are going to check whether it lies on this line or not, means does this point satisfy this line? Okay, so here 0 in place of x, 5 into, this is 3, okay, 5 into 3 plus 15. Okay, now that is clearly minus 15 plus 15, which is equal to 0. This point definitely lies on that line. Now in this question they are saying show that these three lines are concurrent. Okay, concurrent means these three lines will pass through the same point, means the point of, I'll first find the point of intersection of two lines and then the point of intersection should also lie on this line. That is what we are going to see. I repeat, two lines. Okay, I'll try and find the point of intersection of this line and this line. Okay, I will get a coordinate. That coordinate should lie on this. Means if the point of intersection of these two lines is whatever 2, 5, then if the three lines are concurrent, then the third line should also pass through 2, 5. That is what I am going to prove. Okay, so let's see. So this is concurrency, is again, see how they have put concurrency in this chapter. So first x is equal to 6 plus 3y. And there I am going to put x 2 after 2. I am substituting x over here in this 6 plus 3y plus 5y. Okay, 6 plus 3y plus 5y, and that is equal to 1. Now 12 plus 6y plus 5y is equal to 1. 11y is equal to minus 11. Take this 12 that side. Y is equal to minus 1. So the point of intersection, now let me put y here and find the value of x. 6 plus 3 into minus 1, which is 6 minus 3, which is 3. So the point of intersection of this line and this line is 3, minus 1. Now this point should lie on this line. If this point satisfies this line, then the three lines are concurrent. So here x plus 5y plus 2 is equal to 0. 3 plus 5 minus 1 plus 2. Okay, let me see if I can get it to 0. So here this is 3 minus 5 plus 2, which is a 5 minus 5, 0. Definitely these three lines are meeting at one point. Point of intersection of these two was 3, minus 1, and this point is again lying on this line. Therefore, this line is passing through where these two are intersecting. So they are definitely concurrent. Now the next part of the topic that I am going to take up now is that of inclination of a line or slope of a line. Okay, so let us first understand what inclination of a line is. Now if I have the coordinate axis like this, x and y axis, then if a line is passing like this, okay, so we are going to do inclination of a line. if a line passes through the coordinate axis like this, then the angle that it makes with the positive direction, this is the positive direction, this is the negative direction, angle that the line is making with the positive direction of the x-axis is the inclination of the line. So theta becomes the inclination of the line. Okay, and so theta becomes the inclination. Okay, and tan of theta becomes the slope of the line, means tan of this angle becomes the slope of the line. Now along with this, if supposing I have a line in which only two coordinates are given to me, like this is x1 y1 and x2 y2, only two coordinates of this line lying on this line is provided. It can be anywhere. The line can extend like this, but over here these 2 points lie. Somewhere in the middle of the line also these 2 points lie, then also it is fine. Okay, can I find the slope of this line? The slope of this line can be found by, this is the formula for this. Derivation you are not asked, so I am not taking up the derivation. y2 minus y1. Okay, so y2 minus y1, that is the difference of the y coordinates by the difference of the x coordinates. That is the slope of the line, means that itself is equal to tan theta. So they are all the same. Tan theta is also written as, slope is also written as m. So when you had y is equal to mx plus c, this was the place to write the slope. This m was the slope here. Okay, so here it is actually tan theta, which we write with the help of m. Okay, so this is m. So m is y is equal to mx plus c. So m is our tan theta, that is our slope. Now apart from this also, there is a lot of other things that we need to understand in this part of the chapter. There is something called if two lines are parallel. So supposing one line is going like this and another line is parallel to it. Okay, so if this angle is theta, then remember this angle will also be theta, right? Because corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so if corresponding angles are equal, then these two angles are, then both parallel lines have the same slope. So parallel lines have equal slopes because they actually have equal inclination. Okay, so if the slope of this line is a m1, slope of this line is an m2, then m1 is equal to m2. Okay, but then if the two lines are perpendicular, supposing I have two lines which are perpendicular to one another. Okay, that is, see, note here there is a 90 degree. Now the slope of this line is a theta and this is an alpha. Remember, we are taking it from the x positive direction of x-axis. Then let us see what we can get. Now if two lines are perpendicular to one another, then their slopes, if this has a slope of m1 and this has a slope of m2, then m1 into m2 will always be a minus 1. That is, product of their slopes will always be a minus 1. I did not do the proof of this because it is what is taught in 10th standard portions, will not be able to explain the proof of this. Okay, that is why I am just giving you the result. m1 into m2 is a minus 1. Okay, so that is, so we are going to get a lot of sums based on this. m1 into m2, m1 is equal to m2 and m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. So let us try out one question. Now this is from exercise 14b. Let's take, find the slope of a line whose inclination is, find the slope if inclination is 30 degrees. Okay, so these are the sums you will find in exercise 14b. This is the first question I am taking up. I am taking up one subdivision from each type of question. Okay, so here the slope is tan So slope m is tan 30 degree, which is 1 by root 3. Now what will we do if we have 72 degrees 30 minutes? Okay, if you have like this, you will have to see the tan table. Okay, you will get the value of tan of this from the tan table. Otherwise, you will have to remember tan values of 30, 45, 90, 60 and 0 standard angles, that is all. Okay, so here if this kind of sum comes, you should be provided with the tan table, with the trigonometric ratio table, and from there you can get the value. Now this was a sum where the inclination was given and the slope is asked. Okay, now the slope will be given and the inclination. Find the inclination whose slope is. Find the inclination. That's the second question. Whose slope is root 3. Okay, so therefore slope is root 3, that is equal to tan theta, that then theta is equal to 60 degree. Okay, so theta is equal to 60 degree is the inclination. Okay, find the slope passing through these 2 points. Okay, so find the slope passing through these 2 points, that is, we will have to use y2 minus y1. So take this as y2, you can even take this as y2, no problem. Okay, but if you take this as y2, you have to take this as x2. So y2 minus y1 so m is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. y2 is 2 minus 3. Okay, x2 is 1 minus 2, that is 5 by, this is 3. So m is 5 by 3. Okay, so the slope of the line is 5 by 3. Find the slope of the line parallel to AB. Now AB, they have given us the points. So what is the slope of this line? So if it is parallel to AB means the line joining A and B. Okay, so there is a line joining A and B, we have to find the slope of that line. So slope of AB, okay, slope of AB, that is m, is 6 minus 4 and 0 plus 2 minus 2. Okay, that is 2 by 2, which is a 1. So the slope of AB is a 1. Therefore, the slope of the line that they are asking us to find, slope of the line is 1, because when two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. Okay. Find the slope of the line perpendicular to AB. Okay. So AB, the line AB is they have given the coordinates. So slope of AB will first find, that is m is 4 minus 5 minus 2 minus 0. Okay, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, we are doing that. 9 by minus 2. Okay, so the slope of this line AB is minus 9 by 2. Then the slope of the line perpendicular to this line is, the wanted slope is 2 by 9, because product of this and this should come to a minus 1 always, because they are perpendicular, because m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. You can even write this. The line passing through 0, 2 is parallel to these 2 points, is parallel to the line passing through this and this, finding. Now whenever people get this kind of a question, they tend to leave that question. Okay, now if you have understood the question and you can understand the diagram, if you have understood the question and you can picturize the diagram, you will get the sum for sure. So here is a line which is passing through 0, 2 and minus 3, minus 1. Okay, and there is another line which is passing through minus 1, 5 and 4, a. These two lines have the same, they are parallel to one another, see, to the line passing. So they have told they are parallel. Okay, So if they are parallel, then we have to find A. So first we will find the slope of this line. Okay, the slope of, let's say, AB and then CD. So first, slope of AB. Slope of AB is -1, -2 and -3, -0. That is -3 by -3, that is 1. Slope of BC is A -5, we can't help it, there is A only here, and 4 plus 1, which is A -5 by 5. Okay, so we have got the slope of the two lines. Now they are saying find the value of A in such a case. So what we will do is A -5 by 5, which is the slope of this line, is equal to the slope of this line. Therefore, A -5 by 5 has to be equated to 1. Okay, A -5 is equal to 5, A is equal to 10. That is my slope of the, that is my value of A. Okay, here no units or anything, this is a coordinate. Okay, so A value of A is 1. Okay, so the line passing through and finding. Passing through these 2 points is perpendicular to the line passing through these two. So first, -4, -2, and this is 2, -3. Let me name it as AB. Therefore, slope of AB is -3 -2, and this is 2 -4. That is -1, and this is by 6. Okay. First, it is -1 by 6, and the slope of CD. Now we are going to find, and CD is this line A, 5 and 2, -1. Now we'll find the slope of this in terms of A. So -1, -5 and 2 A, -6 by 2 A. Okay. Now the slope of this line has to be the product of these two slopes, these two, okay, has to be -1. Now here if it is -1 by 6, then this one slope has to be equal to -6 by 2 A has to be equal to how much? Has to be equal to such a number with product of this should become -1. So it has to be a 6. Slope of this line has to be a 6. Only then the product is a -1. Okay. So because M1 into M2 is a -1 in case the lines are perpendicular. So now -6 is 12 minus 6A. So this is how much? 6A is equal to 18, right? 6A is 18, A is equal to 3. So this is how, just with the simple rule that A1 into A2, M1 into M2 is a -1, we can very simply find the answers. So this was the 7th question. Now this is the 8th question. Okay, without using distance formula. Now why I took up this sum is because of this. Without using distance formula, show that these 3 points are the vertices of a right angle triangle. Now had we used distance formula, then we would have taken the distance of this and distance and then proved it by Pythagoras. But now they have told no to it strictly. So we have to find another way, but we have to prove that it is a right angle triangle. Let us start finding the slope of the lines. Okay, so slope of AB. Okay, slope of AB is -2, -4 and 4 plus 4. This is 4 minus -4. Okay, that is 4 plus 4 -6 by 8. That is -3 by 4. Okay, slope of AC, that is -2, -6 and 4 minus 10. That is -8 by -6. That is 4 by 3. Now note one thing. By taking the first two sides only, I have reached my answer, because if you note, the slope of AB is a minus 3 by 4, slope of AC is 4 by 3. So if I take this as let's say M1 and I take this as M2, then M1 into M2 is a minus 3 by 4 into 4 by 3, which is equal to how much? Which is equal to a minus 1. So product of the slopes is coming to a minus 1. Therefore, AB and AC are perpendicular. Now what would have happened if, supposing I find this, let me find slope of BC also. Slope of BC. Slope of BC is 6 minus 4 and 10 plus 4, which is 2 by 14, which is 1 by 7. Okay. So BC is definitely not perpendicular to any one of the lines. What if I would have found BC first? Okay, if I would have found BC, slope of BC first, then I would have waited to find that next slope. In that case, I will have to find all three slopes and then decide. Okay, so here it so happened that after AB, I happened to solve AC and I got them as perpendicular, so I need not proceed with my answer. Okay, so there is, you just have to show that slope of two of the lines is perpendicular to one another. Now, without using distance formula, show that these 4 points are the vertices of a parallelogram. Again, A, B, C and D. A, B, C and D. Remember, the diagram really helps. 4, 5. B, 1, 2. 4, 3 and 7, 6. Now, show that these are the vertices of a parallelogram. It can be some other quadrilateral also, but why are they asking? Only we have to prove that it is a parallelogram. How do we prove it? Okay, so here first we'll find the slope of, no distance formula. With distance formula, how to prove? If I can show this part is equal to this part and this part is equal to this, it's a parallelogram. Okay, slope of AB. AB is how much? 2 minus 5. Okay, by 1 minus 4. That is minus 3 by minus 3, which is 1. Okay, slope of AB is 1. Then slope of, let's say CD, I'll try first. CD is 3 minus 6 and 4 minus 7, which is minus 3 by minus 3, and that is equal to 1. I can already see AB is parallel to CD because you see their slopes are equal. So I can write AB parallel to CD. But then it can still be a trapezium. So I have to prove these two. Okay. So slope of CB or BC is 3 minus 2 and 4 minus 1. 3 minus 2 and 4 minus 1, which is 1 by 3. Okay, now slope of DA, that is equal to, slope of DA is equal to 6 minus 5 and 7 minus 4. Okay, and that is equal to again 1 by 3. Now note one thing, slope of CB is equal to slope of DA. Therefore, these two are parallel, these two are parallel because M1 is equal to M2. So therefore, CB is parallel to DA. Therefore, ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. So you have to, in this case, you have to do all 4 slopes and show correctly. You can write M1 is equal to M2. Now, this is a very important question. Show that the points this and this are collinear. That is, how do I show that the 3 points are collinear? Collinear means what? So, P, Q and R are collinear or not, we have to prove. Now, remember, if they are collinear, then that means they fall in the same straight line. They are in the same straight line. Therefore, slope of PQ should be equal to the slope of QR. Okay, slope of PQ should be equal to the slope of QR. Now here I want to tell you all, do not confuse this by thinking that why should then they can even be parallel. Why do they have to be collinear? Okay, now they have to be collinear because in this case when it is parallel you don't have a common point. You have A, B, C, D, they are parallel if slopes are equal. But if you have this point B common and then I say BD, slope of BD is same as slope of AB, that means ABD is in the same straight line. Okay, because of this common point Q that is coming in your slope finding, therefore therefore the slopes have to be equal. So they are not parallel but they are collinear. When there is no common point, they are parallel. So let me find the slope of PQ. Slope of PQ is C plus A minus B minus C and B minus A. Okay, this is A minus B, B minus A, that is clearly equal to, okay, I can write like this, A minus B and a minus, so minus 1. Okay, now slope of QR. Slope of QR. Slope of QR is A plus B minus C minus C and C minus B. Let's see. B minus C, C minus B. That is B minus C, B minus C with a minus here. That is again equal to minus 1. Slope of PQ. Slope of PQ is equal to slope of QR. Therefore, they are what? Are collinear. They lie in the same line. Okay, therefore they are collinear. Now that is a very simple question, the 12th one. Find x if the slope of this and this is minus 11. So slope is equal to minus 11 minus 2 by 8 minus x. Okay, and that is equal to minus 3 by 4. They have only told. So minus 13 by 8 minus x is minus 3 by 4. Take out the minus. So this is 52 is 24 minus 3x. So 3x is equal to 24 minus 52, that is a 28. Okay. So therefore x is equal to minus 28. Sorry, minus 28 by 3. That is how much? Minus 9 1 by 3. Minus 9 1 by 3 is the value of. So those were few of the questions from equation of a line, that is the slope type. This is the second exercise 14b. So you can please watch the video as part 1, part 2, part 3 in the playlist, because equation of a line will be uploaded as part 1, part 2. So part 1 I have already uploaded, you can check that. That is the very basic. Then in part 2 we talked about the slope of the line. In part 3 we will talk about the x-intercept. And in part 4 probably there will be a mix up of all these concepts and how it actually comes in the exam. So step by step these concepts we are teaching, and finally it will be all together. So if you have liked the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Also you can leave a comment behind. You can put your doubts in the comment box. Please check the description for links of other videos. Thanks then. Bye all of you. Thanks for watching the video.